I have some deli paper here that's it's really nice to paint on because it's sheer. So it's kind of like a paper version of the organza, and I really like using it in collage. I always keep this on hand in my studio. You can get it like at a Sam's Warehouse or something like that. I believe it's also called dry waxed paper. So you're going to want to get your hands on some. And what we're going to use it with is this jelly plate, which allows us to do some monoprinting. So first thing I'm going to do is just show you how the plate works without stencils. So we'll just put some paint right on the plate and lay the deli paper down, pull it up, and you immediately have this cool result. Now what I always do is I keep pulling prints, and these are called ghost prints now. But basically, I just keep pulling prints until there's no more paint on the plate, because it just gives you a cool effect of this merger of the plate with the paint and the paper, and if you keep going, it gets more and more interesting. So let's say you're going to put some paint down here, and you're still not going to use the stencil yet. You can use anything to just draw into the paint and make marks. Anything that's not super pointy. You do not want to gouge the jelly plate because it's just slightly delicate, and you want to store it in the clam box it comes in a flat position so that it doesn't get dented, because if it gets dented, that would come out in your printing process. So there's one that's just very random. You can see the little scribble I made there. Well, jelly plates and stencils are made for one another. You can get the cleanest result ever when you use a stencil with the jelly plate. And I'm going to show you how. I have this stencil. I'll just lay it down here. And it is just stuck to the plate. I mean, stuck to the plate, which is awesome because that means there will be no paint seeping under there whatsoever. And I'm going to just sort of blend up my colors randomly. Go right across here. I'm going to peel this off. Now that looks amazing right on there, but I've also got paint on here. So I'm going to lay this down and see if any of this paint will come off here like we did before in the reverse stenciling, because you surely don't want to waste any paint. And there, so we pulled one print there. Then let's go ahead and pull this. And you get such a beautiful result. I've got more paint left, so I'm going to just keep pulling the prints until I run out of paint. I'm using the 6-inch jelly plate here. It's a little baby one, and one of the things I like to do is ink up the edges of it. And you can get these little frameworks. Like it instantly gives you this little framework design, and I just think that's kind of cool to create these little linear parts in, in the midst of your other printmaking. So you could keep doing this all day. I am just slightly obsessed with it. They're probably going to have to come and pull the plate away from me and make me stop because it's so much fun. It dries super fast also on the deli paper. That's another big advantage. We'll put this Crackle Stencil down. Let's add a little white in here and see how this looks. Come on, white paint. There we go. The parts of this Crackle stencil are very small, but the brayer is still going down in there quite nicely. You bring it up, it looks so cool. I wish we could just preserve that right there. Now I'm going to layer it on top of what I've already printed. And you can see how pretty that is.